Okay, so Kanye and the Game decided to drop, which at this point is kind of controversial, but I do think we get a different version. We get a different version of Kanye West that we don't normally get often, so I think listening to this song, we get a more refreshing Kanye West after a divorce, where he talks about that information too, which is different from Kanye than normal information we normally get from Kanye. So I think this is better, but he also explains a lot, and the game is the game in the song. If it makes any sense, the game is doing what he normally does. But we'll talk about this right after a word from our sponsor. We'll get right into it. Because this is a different song than we normally get, so we'll see. Okay, so while we're talking about this song, the game and Kanye West either released a song or this is a snippet, but it has two different names to it. So it has the original name of Easy, but then it has another name and another place that somebody dropped. It was My Life Is Never Easy. My Life Was Never Easy. Has never been easy, and I don't know which title is the right title, so I'm gonna go with the easy title that's been floating around the internet for the past couple of days. So when I talk about this, I am talking about the song Easy. Then my songs get changed around every once in a while. Because it's a single and it's not an album, I'm gonna go with Easy because Easy is the. If you look it up, you find it easy. If you look up Easy, but if you look up My Life Has Been Hard, you won't find it by the game and you won't find it by Kanye. So we're gonna go with Easy because Easy. If you look up Easy by the game or Kanye, you'll find the song or the snippet. Actually, because I don't think anybody released it, so we'll see. Okay, so before I really get into this song, I do want to, as I said, I'm going to refer to the song as Easy, so I want to make sure that is aware. The game talks about my life has been never been easy, and that's how he hooks the song in with a woman singing the chorus. I didn't want to put the wrong woman in for the chorus, but she's singing the chorus of the game, and he says, "My life has never been," and she ends it with "easy," which if you look at the game's record, you can see that it really hasn't been simple. Like an artist that's been documented. So I'm gonna go with an artist like Rick Ross. His history has been documented, um, which which it might not show the best light, but it's been documented. The games has been documented, but it shows they show two different paths of how they became rappers into a theory, which I think we can kind of explore that into a more concept. But he says my life has never been easy. Um, the main importance of his lyrics are when he says, "I'm bumping the Chronic and I'm bumping Big's album," which big respect to Dr. Dre because Dr. Dre has put a lot of artists on, and I think without a doubt he's put so many artists on with his beats, but also the Chronic. The Chronic is Dr. Dre's one of Dr. Dre's most beloved albums worldwide. I think it's very hard to find two people that hate the Chronic. But I think the Chronic is in somebody's top 10, if not 25 albums of all time. He refers to Chronic and he says, we need Dr. Dre percussion. We need Dr. Dre's percussion and beats, which I think he's generally just saying, and I'll generalize it, but I think he's just saying, we want Dr. Dre to be immortal because Dr. Dre will put anybody on, right? He put the game on. He in a way put Kanye on. We've heard a lot of songwriters say they've learned skills from Dr. Dre. So when he says we need his beat and we need his percussion, Dr. Dre beats without a doubt, without a huge doubt. You get a Dr. Dre beat, you know the beat's gonna be amazing. You know the sample that he sampled is gonna be amazing. The production is gonna be amazing, and Dr. Dre does what he does. Now, okay, so now I'm gonna go into this, and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for it because I see it's coming. But Kanye was, I guess, forming known as Ye. I think he says he's going to change his name to Ye, but I cannot find anywhere where it's permanent that he changed his name to Ye. You talk about there was no love, right? But he also brings up, and see, this is, I guess this is my thing when people say, what do you love about Kanye? Kanye has an ego. He's very prideful, right? So these lyrics we get from Kanye after their divorce is something that, or in the middle of their divorce, which I think is a little subliminal because he says, at the divorce, we'll be riding together. You go get your sister and we'll ride to the court together. Which I think is a clever play on words. I don't know if he meant Courtney without adding a knee to it, or we'll go to court together. But that's double entendre, double meaning. It's funny, but we get a more relaxed Jay where he talks about faith and the lyric of him wanting to beat Pete Davidson up and God saved him from that car crash, which he was in on College Dropout, and the song he did with his teeth wired together was Through the Wire, where he raps through his mouth being shut. So when he says that, I just go back to, oh, Through the Wire, that's funny, but he's, and that famous Pete Davidson line is actually God's gonna save me from that car crash to beat Pete Davidson. And I think in rooms around there used to be friends, and there's a lot of hostility now because of Kim Kardashian, which, what did y'all not expect? I think Ye has an attachment where he feels that, I like Ye, I do like his personality, I like his music, but there are certain terms where you can see his ego. Like, don't get me wrong, his catalog is amazing. He's one of the richest. If he's not, I think he was gonna be the richest at $6.6 billion somewhere. Be the richest richest black man in history. Which I'm not taking away from his credits, but he says, "What do you bring to the table? Because I'm the table." Now, Ye, let me tell you something. Ye, you got so much pride, dog. Your pride and your ego's unmatched, right? Like, I think a lot of people expected Kanye to be more humbler, right? But this is Kanye. This is Through the Wire. This is College Dropout. This is the Ye where he can boastfully brag, and truth be told, he's done amazing things. So him saying, "I bring this to the table. What do you bring?" Because I think Ye probably yearly makes no less than $2 million. So when he's saying, "I'm the table," I think he's saying, "I'm the standard. So what else do you bring to the table? What else do you bring to the standard?" Which I think, which is different because he says in his next line about his current girlfriend. But I think that's the Ye that people were waiting on to hear, and I was waiting here for forever. And there was a line that Ye doesn't spend time with his kids, so I think he rebutted that by saying, "I watch 4 kids for hours a day." Right? Like, he didn't specify the amount of hours, but he says hours a day. And I think that's just I believe this is just his kind of rebuttal to everything that's been played in the media or been played against Kanye or for Kanye. I think this is just his rebuttal of saying, okay, so y'all call me this way, I'm gonna come out and I'm just gonna speak my truth, right? On a beat, which we've seen Lil Wayne do before, we've seen Jay do it before, we see Nas do it before. So Kanye's like, okay, so I'm gonna do it. We've seen Black Thought do it, so he said, I'm gonna do it. And I think we're getting that Ye because he said he's working on a new album, or Donda 2, and he never goes in order. He was supposed to get a College Dropout 2 and Late Registration 2. But anyway, Kanye overall, I like this song. The song is not bad, right? But Ye has so much pride and so much ego built into his legacy that I think he does not see that. Yeah, you're amazing. You're amazing beat producer. You're amazing sampler producer. The writers we won't really touch, but we won't really touch on songs. But you made amazing hits, amazing musical hits, beats, albums for people's albums. Yeah, I get it. You feel famous. You are. You're amazing at the craft that you do. But this ego, bro. I know you're mad at something, but I don't think this is the right to put it out. But we are waiting for that album, so it's a Late Registration too. But I'd be happy to get that. But I also do want to say that he says there's too many. The game, going back to the game one last time, he said there's too many problems and too many YGs. I think he's saying there's too many people trying to be gangsters at a young age, and I think that's how you take it. But I don't necessarily. I think there are a lot of people that feel that either they're making it to the rap game, which has been mentioned before in like my previous artists. If you weren't a rapper, if you weren't a gangster, you weren't a rapper. And I think that concept comes from mobsters. Mobsters used to fund rappers' careers, and I think this is why I think Ye has that pride in his ego. He's like, yeah, no one funded me. I made that money, and rightfully, yo, yeah, you did, and you have a good label. Your label is untouchable right now, but I think I can't wait for this album from Ye to drop, because this will answer a lot of more questions that we have answered. A lot of more questions and answers we have, because Ye is back into this mindset of he's gonna produce more and write more songs. Well, granted, he would have dropped two albums back to back a year, like The Weeknd. So I think this will be amazing when he drops it, and get better from here, hopefully. So I like this song 7.2 out of 10. The game, Kanye West, easy. All my life's never been easy. So whichever title they seem to go with when they release it, or whoever features they add onto it, I will do that when it comes. But as it stands right now, Kanye is mad, he's furious, and he is happy to do the crap that he loves to do. So we'll see where he goes from here.